Hey, what's up everyone? Today I want to talk about why I like Vim and how I use it at work. So what exactly is Vim? Is it for nerds, hardcore programmers, or is it a black hole that if you fall into it, you can't get back out? Let me take a couple steps back. The first time I heard about Vim was at my current job actually. I was experimenting with different ways to optimize my ability to code, to be more efficient. While we were still back in the office, I overheard a conversation near the coffee area, and one of the engineering managers said, if you really want to optimize your coding, people use Vim. Now, I did try to use it, but I never got comfortable with it. Now wait, don't click away from the video just yet. I didn't have this experience at all, and I actually found Vim very intuitive. Let me explain. Now at the time of the conversation, I didn't think about using Vim, and I was preoccupied with other priorities, but about half a year later, I stumbled onto Vim tutorials on YouTube, and I quickly realized how useful the commands could be. My biggest takeaway from the tutorials was that Vim is not a system of complex commands that you have to memorize, and instead, it's a very logical language where you can use the commands that are built into Vim and connect them together however you want them to be.
JJ, you sound like a pyramid scheme. You still haven't explained what it is.
Sorry. I'm just trying to give some background. Let me dive into it. According to Vim's official website, Vim is a highly configurable text editor built to make creating and changing any kind of text very efficient. This definition is pretty accurate.
So really, it's just a text editor? What's all the hype about?
One benefit right away is because it is a text editor, you can use Vim to open, edit, and save files right inside Terminal without even having to open your IDE, whether that's VS Code or IntelliJ. No more long waiting times for those programs.
Well, that's great. I can use Nano, another text editing program in Terminal. So what's the big deal?
Let's just start talking about the Vim key bindings.
First, let's just open a file in Vim. Here, I'm using ls-l to list out the files. I see vimtest.java, and we're gonna open the file in by typing vimtest.java. Remember when I said people think Vim is a black hole you can never get out of? When you first drop into Vim, you're in the default mode called normal mode. Pressing the letter here is not going to automatically allow you to edit text, which is unlike your usual IDE. So naturally, when you start typing letters frantically and nothing shows up, you're going to start panicking. If you do want to start editing, you can press I, which will take you straight into insert mode. This will allow you to type as if you're editing as normal. To exit out of insert mode and go back to normal mode, just press escape, and now you'll be back in normal mode. Just like when you type and you're in home row, normal mode acts as a home mode when you're not editing text in insert mode.
So what are some commands I use in Vim while I'm in normal mode? Let's go through some of my favorite workflows.
One of my favorite workflows is deleting and shifting an entire line. In Vim, D stands for delete, which cuts text just like Command X. So if I wanted to cut an entire line, Vim allows me to type dd to cut an entire line. If I wanted to paste this, normally I type Command V, but in Vim, pasting is done by just pressing P. The line of code I just copied will be pasted below the current line where my cursor is at. I mentioned that I can traverse through lines of code quickly. So if I want to move forward word by word while I'm in normal mode, I can press W, which will hop through words and leave the cursor at the beginning of the word. If I want to go back word by word, I can press B, which will hop backwards through words, putting the cursor at the beginning. Something else that I can do in Vim is deleting words. So if I want to delete a word, I can place my cursor at the beginning and press DW, and D stands for delete and word stands for W. So if the cursor is at the beginning, it will automatically delete the entire word in front. I'll explain in another video how you can use commands in Vim, like subject, verbs, and nouns. So delete in D stands for the verb, and the W represents the noun. Now, I wouldn't say these workflows are rocket science by any means, which is great because I want to be able to learn new tricks quickly. And the way I accomplish these tasks with such precision and simplicity, I feel like the benefits will only compound over time. If there's a code change I want to make, I want to move my cursor straight to a specific word. Why not do it in the least amount of keystrokes?
If the Vim editor sounds intimidating to use, especially if you're getting started, don't worry. I don't actually use the Vim editor.
Wow, JJ, you've been raving about Vim this whole time and you don't even use it at work?
At work, I do use Vim, but I don't use the Vim editor. I use IntelliJ, and a lot of our files in our code base are hundreds or thousands of lines long, and I'm able to use a full-fledged IDE like IntelliJ to quickly search through the code base. So I thought, well, I want to use Vim, like the Vim key bindings, and integrate them into IntelliJ. So I went to the IntelliJ plugin store and I searched for Vim, and lo and behold, there is IDEA Vim, which is a plugin that allows you to use your Vim key bindings inside IntelliJ. I highly recommend this plugin because you can ease your way to learning Vim while still using the IDE of your choice that you're familiar with. And I'm not sponsored by this plugin, I just really like it. So I didn't want to get too deep in the weeds of Vim key bindings. I just wanted to show you a glimpse of all the powers Vim has. I am planning a Vim tutorial series so you can all slowly integrate Vim into your workflow, whether you're taking coding classes in college, you're in a boot camp, or you're currently a software engineer. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much. It really means a lot. Smash the like button. Let me know what questions you have about Vim. And until next time, see you in the next one.